This guy's making it easy. He really is. I don't think he's managed before anywhere. Probably not even his kids' Little League team. And here he is with the White Sox, Robin Ventura. How'd you make it look so easy this year?
I did manage Little League. I did.
Were you good?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
That was really good. Really good.
And that prepared you for this moment?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Really, that Little League prepares you for the pitch count. I was all over it.
You had your kids on a pitch count?
Little League has kids on a pitch count, so I was good. I can count that high.
Did you have a Strasburg-type talent that you had to limit his innings?
No. Everybody pitches in Little League. We didn't have a dominant pitcher.
Tough dealing with parents in Little League or stars in Major League Baseball?
No, they're about the same. They're about the same.
I saw the Caddyshack Day photo. Whose idea with bad golf attire there?
Well, it was in spring training. Larry Jackson from Loudmouth was in, and he was just talking about different stuff. And we used to do that actually when I played. So it was kind of pulling that back. So it was fun. They had fun. I mean, it's just one of those things. I didn't think they were going to have that much fun, but they went and accessorized, which they had a lot of fun. So it was good.
Everybody on the team got dressed up.
Every guy, yeah, even staff.
I don't know if you heard these Alan Pinkett comments about Notre Dame, but he did talk about...
We don't have criminals, Dan.
You don't?
We don't. No.
But do you need characters in the clubhouse? You can't have all same, cardboard cutout guys, personalities.
Yeah, I think what he's trying to say, and I would hope it's just the wrong word to use, but you do need characters. You need kind of... I guess it's like instigators or guys that agitate and do things like that. But I think in football, that's probably what he was trying to say.
But as you're managing these personalities, is it tougher to manage the guy who doesn't say anything? Well, what's the toughest personality for you to manage?
Well, I mean, a guy that's not a good teammate would be the one. And I'm lucky this year that I don't have that. But you play with guys over the years that if they get disgruntled, that's when it starts going downhill.
But would you sacrifice a little bit of one part of that with getting a guy with a little bit more talent, so a little bit more high maintenance there, if you knew that guy might be a difference maker for your team?
Yeah, well, I think you need the talent. I mean, you can't win without talent. So that's my job to make it work and make it fit.
He's Robin Ventura, the White Sox manager, and used to do a damn good job in Little League years ago. Joining us, the Dan Patrick Show. That was good. How many times have you been thrown out of a game this year? Three times. The last time, did you get fined for that?
Not yet.
Are you expecting?
It was about a week ago. I don't think so.
But when you're out there in the moment, because you're not a throwing bases or kicking dirt guy, but
no.
How could you, with your personality, get tossed from a game?
Well, I think it's part of baseball. I think you have to stick up for your guys, and again, when you start looking at what the job is and what you have to do, that's just part of it. So
yeah, but it's more theatrical.
I don't know if I'm acting or what it is, but you do go into a mode that's what you have to do is protect your guys.
But can't you do that in a mature way instead of why do managers and umpires have to get theatrical out there?
I don't know. I mean, I had one where I didn't get very theatrical, but I think it just happens with how it's going. I mean, it's not always bad words I'm saying. So, even the other day with Jim Joyce, it was more of talking.
But you still got run.
Oh yeah. But yeah, you talk about balls and strikes. You get run.
Then you're done. Okay, so I'm Jim Joyce and you come out. What am I hearing?
From you? From me?
Yeah.
Well, no, it was Jim came in later, so he was in between. So I was just letting him know I didn't want to bump him.
What? There was that possibility that you could bump him?
There was, but I was trying to avoid it.
Why were you going to bump him?
Well, he was in between me and the other.
Oh, okay. So it would be an inadvertent bump.
That's a good word to use.
Yeah.
It was an inadvertent whistle. and I was out there.
I would think you could just, with your personality, just walk up and say, "Hey, Jimmy, come over here for a minute. Let me just ask you this real quietly and privately." And could that work?
It would work. I mean, I think sometimes when you go out there, that's what happens. I think when a guy makes a call, you go out there and you don't have to scream to be able to ask him a question or get help on a call.
Best team you seen so far this year, Sue?
Oh, there's a bunch of them. For me, the Yankees are as tough as anybody. Detroit, Texas. I mean, you look at them and what they have. Angels. I mean, I think you look at their entire roster and how they play and what they got. They're a complete team. Mike
Trout, not bad for 21-year-old.
Yeah, very good. He's a very good player.
Who does he remind you of?
I don't know. You sit and watch him, and he's so fast that I don't think you see too many people his size with that kind of speed. I mean, it's really when he runs, you watch him, and they almost have to come out and rake the field after he runs. So he tears it up.
You know what you batted when you were 21?
I don't even think I was probably in college, so I batted pretty good.
No, you
were at 21. I wasn't doing what he was doing at 21.
You were at the White Sox
at 21.
Yeah,
I might have been in Double-A at 21.
I got your late season call up.
Yeah, it was, what, is 100? About 100?
You 178.
Well, give me the 78. I was at least
close. You batted your weight, I think.
No, I was probably 178 at that point. That was good.
That's not bad. But
not bad. That's really a way to impress them, isn't it?
Yeah, you showed some promise there. But
yeah.
How humbling, though, is that? You go from a great career in college, and then you go in. The difference you had from college to when you first went into the pros was what?
Oh, it's a wake-up call. I think the talent's better, and I think you go from a point where you don't struggle to a point where you struggle. I learned more out of that than I did of just doing well. I think you learn how to survive.
Well, I often say, show me a young guy and how he reacts to adversity, because that's the key. You guys are used to being great. Let me see what happens when somebody strikes out or they throw an interception. Then I want to see what you're made of.
Right. That's absolutely true. I think, for me, that was more, I struggled so much in my first couple of years, just to keep it together and get through it. And then once you're through it, you realize, how you survived and how you're going to go about it.
You expect to be in the World Series?
I hope so. We're playing well enough. I think we're as good as anybody else. So it's hard to say that you're going to be in the World Series because once, you get towards the end, everybody's playing well, pretty much. But
you can have that mindset, though. You're not like your standards have to be high, considering how good your team is. You're not going to lower those standards.
No. I think we play to go to the World Series, and for us, we play every day and do all that stuff. But there is expectations, and I don't want these guys thinking that we can't do that because we can.
It's good to visit with you again, and good luck. Try not to get thrown from a game again, all right?
I will try not to. Thank you, Dan.
All right, Robin. It's
all right.
Robin Ventura, White Sox manager, first year.